Man, the song makes you want to kind of like freestyle too. I used to freestyle back in the day, not anymore, but back in the day, I would have it would be like the lunch. I was gonna say lunch class, but no, it'd be like lunch period in school, and then like me and a bunch of guys would like get in like a little circle, and we just throw little freestyles. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. My bad. Little freestyle. So I was like, man, this kind of gets me back in that vibe. I don't know. Maybe I'll freestyle at some point. But yeah, I've been really into that. But hey, what's going on? Yes, it's another video. Hold up. Just need to make sure all my I's are dotted and T's are crossed real quick. I went live a little while ago. I was just I want to turn off this music because I'm just like feeling it right now. Where's my window? Okay, so yeah, I really don't like that this little light gives off like a red glow. I need to get another microphone. If anyone wants to donate to get me a new microphone, I'll gladly accept it, but you're not obligated to. Uh, what's going on? It's Sunday. I feel pretty good. I got my Dutch Bros, and I'm just ready to go live. We could talk about anything that comes up, anyone suggests. I'll do like 15, maybe 20 minutes of just talking and rambling because there's a lot of things that are always going on in the world, and there's a lot of things that are always going on in the social media world, and that's what I enjoy talking about, anything social media. And I don't know if anyone's seen it. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, you've probably seen it. It's those it's those ghost face 90s vibe like images. Let me get one. Personally, I love them. But a lot of people are getting very upset. A lot of people are trying to attack people for using it, saying like, oh well, that's not really you, that's fake. And yeah, of course it's fake, and of course it's not the real me. Like there's periods of time in my life where I would put cartoon characters in my profile picture. I'm not saying I'm Darkwing Duck. I'm not saying I'm Kirby. I'm not saying I'm Charmander. That's just, a fun little image. So, like, my Facebook has been flooded with them. And now I can't find it. Now that I'm actually looking for it, I can't find it. So, bear with me for a second. Oh, are we going to have a guitar, like, session? I have my guitar. Hold on. Hold up, let me... I got my ukulele also that we could like bust out. Yeah, I got my guitar. I don't know if it's tuned. It's been a while, but maybe we'll have fun with that later on. But yeah, I was trying to look for those AI images that are all over social media right now. I'm looking for them right now, but I would think I'm sure everyone knows what I mean. So when it comes to social media, there's been a lot of people that have been very when it comes to AI, there's been a lot of people that are on the fence. People are saying that, oh, it's taking away from the creativity, it's robbing artists, it's doing like all these horrible things. And like personally, I think if you're using AI to have fun, I don't really see an issue with that. Making fun photos or something like that, cool. Or if you're using AI to help you code something, if you're using AI to help you study, if you're using AI to help you like pitch business ideas to yourself, I feel like that's perfectly fine. The way I think AI is not shouldn't be used is like purely for profit. I go to conventions and then there's always like a booth at one of these conventions that just sells nothing but AI images, and then they'll sell those pictures for 50, 60, 70 bucks. Like that's where I feel like, oh, okay, this is not cool. This is abuse of AI. Like, how are you gonna type in a couple of words into a prompt, print out the photo, and then sell it for like 60 bucks? Like that's where I feel it's cheap. Like if you're gonna do that, if that's gonna be the way you make your money, like why so expensive? But like these like little fun things, like I think that's perfectly fine. I don't think there's anything. I'm not here saying that like, oh, this is the way it has to be or anything like that. I'm just saying my opinion on where I stand on it is, hey, if you're having fun with AI, have fun with AI. I mean, I sure have. It's crazy, and I can't think of any friends of mine that have actually done this trend. I've just seen like a bunch of stuff being shared. Uh, I think I have one friend that I know has actually done it. Let's see. Let's do a little picture in picture. Okay, this is the one I'm talking about. Like this has been all over social media. Like everyone's doing this. It's becoming the trend, and yeah, it's fun. But let's see if I could do. I know it's not the right song, but it's just some little Halloween music. Um, Everyone's doing this. I have no problem with it. I like it. I think it's creative. It sucks that it's the same copy and pasted thing over and over again. That's what kind of annoys me. Like if you have the freedom to do anything with AI, why not change it up a little bit? So I was here thinking, I was like, what can I do to have fun with this? So I went ahead and I did a couple of things. I just want to share it because I was bored. I had nothing to do last night. Let me go to mine. And feel free to add me on Facebook. I usually do a couple of cool things every now and then. These past couple of weeks, I've been on freaking fire on Facebook. Um, Here we go. Let me see where's the button to do this? I'll share screen. Here we go. See, I did this and I wanted to reverse it a little bit. I was like, oh well, everyone's doing being on the phone in bed and having Ghostface like creepily look at you. Let me creepily look at Ghostface. So I thought it was cool. I liked it. I wanted to take it a step further. I wanted to take it a little bit further, and I was like, okay, how about Ghostface sneaking up on me in my natural environment? Boom. And I specifically said I want a Scooby-Doo like sandwich, 6-tier, professionally made sandwich, and he gave it to me. Like I'm more proud of my sandwich. I'm more proud of this. You can see it gets kind of cubed as you zoom in, but I'm more proud of the way this came out versus anything around here. And I specifically asked for a purple bathrobe because I just felt that was a fun one. And I was like, you know what? Ghostface isn't that bad. He's not here to kill me. He's here to play games with me. He's a gamer. He's a bro. Like, complete bro. So I was like, okay, let's do a 90. I forgot what I put in for this, but I was like, okay, let's do a 90s a 90s vibe with pizza, snacks from the 90s, couple of toys on the floor, both of us playing on the living room floor, playing video games, and give it, a CRT TV, because you got to do CRT TVs if you play classic games. And it gave me this, and I think it came out pretty good. I put to have me dressed in 90s attire. Fucking gave me a windbreaker suit. The wind stood no chance compared to me. And I was like, all right, after we play video games, what do me and my friends usually do? Oh, okay. We go read comic books. So I was like, okay, give us a vintage comic book store with action figures, posters, and comics, and have me and Ghostface I was gonna say scrolling, but no, flipping through comic books over a couple of long boxes, which are these right here. These are called long boxes. I have a couple in my closet. It came out pretty good. Like, this might actually be my profile picture for October. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then I was like, okay, if Ghostface was my friend, what else would we do? Like, oh, okay, we're gonna go trick or treating together. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna dress up as a cowboy. See one episode of Yellowstone, and automatically I'm a cowboy now. And then this one, I'm actually really proud of this one. I was like, make me a Hallmark card with me and Ghostface celebrating Christmas together. And I was like, this is great. In his hand, it had the knife, and I was like, that's not festive enough. So, like, have him hold a candy cane. I went through this photo like a couple hundred times, like, trying to get it right, but I think it came out pretty good. I don't know. I'm proud of it. I'm damn proud of it. So yeah, aside from that, what's everyone up to? It's a slow Sunday, and I was gonna do something. What if I do some diss tracks about people? Hmm? No, I don't sing though. That's the only bad thing. I'm actually. Let me see if I could share it with you. I might just do this in a live. I might not even, because I've been editing for like 2 days. I'm kind of over editing right now. I don't want to edit right now. I'll have my chat open. Oh yeah, copyright issues are already. There's already a lot of things that they're doing to where you can't really use characters or famous people, and I mean, there's ways around it. I mean, there's a lot of ways around it, but I feel in the future, especially like I said with these conventions, people are basically taking like Pokemon art, turning it into like creating like Pokemon art with AI, and then slapping their label on the corner as a watermark, and then selling it for like so much money. I feel, especially when you mess with like Nintendo, I don't know what Ice is gonna do. The fact that they use Pokemon stuff, they don't play around. They really don't. Yeah, I've actually been working on a little something. And I don't know, maybe I'll finish this one, or I could just do a live and we could just talk about the video live. Yeah, I'm a fan of AI. I support it. As long as you're not doing anything crazy like making what's that called, like deep fakes. Because I know when AI first started being used, people were going crazy with the deep fakes, making adult videos and images using the images of celebrities and even images of people they know, which was kind of weird. That was very weird to me. I didn't vibe with that at all. And it was kind of to the point where I was like, is this the reality we live into where we're able to create stuff like this? Like I feel like we weren't meant to have that kind of power. But then there's Photoshop. Photoshop exists and that's been around forever. What up in Valley Ozzy Fest Guitar Papers? You want to talk about good guitars? I have I'm not gonna be able to relax until I hit that note, right? You want to talk about like really good guitars? I have I guess second cousin who, I mean, dude's loaded. Dude could probably buy like a fucking country. He has an authentic, verified with a certificate of authenticity guitar that belonged to John Lennon that was used for live performances on TV and for shows, and he has it. And dude just has it hanging like it's something. He has it hanging like it's, one of my statues or Funko Pops. Like it's out. I feel like that should be in a safe. That should be in a like in a vault somewhere. But yeah, I think it was 125K, 145K. But yeah, to have like a guitar that was like not only owned by John Lennon but played, like public performances, like played by. I think that would be pretty damn cool. So yeah, I think that's dream. Honestly, I feel like a Van Halen guitar would probably be my, a Van Halen guitar would probably be like my goal. No? That one sounds better on electric. Yeah, I really didn't plan anything. I was sitting on my sofa and I was like, let me do a quick little live. Let me close all these windows. I have a lot of stuff open that I don't want anyone to see. Like, ooh. What is I'm trying to think of a song. Can anyone else type like with real fast with just like one hand? What is it? I was made to tell you I love you. Isn't that a song already? Where is it? Come on. Something's going on with my dogs. They're fighting out there. Hey, Denise. How are you doing, Denise? Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're well. Hope everyone's well. I don't want wish anything bad on anyone. I mean, maybe some people could stub their toes or something, you know. Just because I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone doesn't mean that, you know, people can't occasionally have like a little case of bad luck. How does that go? It goes. Uh. Okay, I think that's kind of it. It goes. No. What's the note after that one? Okay, that's gonna be horrible. I shouldn't try practicing the song for the first time in front of y'all. Been okay under the weather. So have I. I was knocked out for like 2 weeks. Very sick. Don't know what it was, but it really knocked me on my ass, and that's because I usually bounce back pretty quick. Like 2 days at most is what it takes me to get over something. But that one, and actually, I still my throat isn't like fully there. Like it's not back yet. I wish it was. But hey, as long as you're doing better, then that's good, Denise. That's good. Let's see. And I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro by any means. I haven't even picked up guitar like in years. Okay, it goes. Oh, come on, guys. I was doing pretty good there. See, I don't have the callus on my fingers anymore. I used to have it to where I could hold down the frets pretty well. Come on. Damn it. I'm trying. I tried, people. I really tried. Topics that I'm working on to like actually have videos. Here we're just kicking around. We're just okay, I'm gonna try one more time and then I'll give up. There we go. Oh, and then one of my classics is I'm a millennial. I don't know how much I have to like strain this to where yes, I grew up with the classic rocks, you know. I went like the bands I've seen in concert have been like, you know, ZZ Top, Van Halen, Motley Crue. I've seen Stone Temple Pilots. I've seen uh Aerosmith, Cheap Trick, Run DMC. Like my dad's young, so I, you know, grew up listening to, you know, that music. But like I also grew up, you know, in the era of emo, and I was very emo. I was, you know, I didn't fully go makeup, but I mean there were times where I had my nails painted black. I had very long hair that I would cover just like let me see if I could just do it real quick. My hair's curly and I haven't straightened it, but yeah, I would totally rock like that when it was straight. So when I would play guitar, I mean mainly to get a lot of like the girls and stuff like that. You would have to like do the slow like serenade kind of stuff. Yeah, I've seen Beatle cover bands. I've seen um man, I've seen so many. I Poison, Cinderella, like that kind of like glam rock. That's kind of what I grew up with. But then like once I hit high school, that's when I started getting like the emo, you know, like it goes, you know, I would just get my guitar, sit at the cafeteria room table, you know, just start, you know, strumming a couple simple chords, just, you know, some finger exercises like do like a little bit of blues and stuff like that. But then, you know, you would have to hit like some like some romance like I used to play this one a lot. Well, how did that song go? And like the trick is tempo's everything. You can do something fast, like, but then if you do it slow, the exact same thing slow, it kind of adds a whole different vibe to it. So that was like one of the good ones. And then you got this is a favorite. Yeah, I don't put that. I'm getting too distracted. I really am. I was here to talk about stuff, talk about people. Shit. Guitar, where do I put you? Oh yeah, EDM with older music mashups is awesome. Pretty much any mashup, and like sometimes that's kind of cheap. Like that's a cheap way to sell it because all you have to do is match the BPMs, make sure it's in the right key. But I mean, if it's done right, it's done like very well. Let's see if I know this one. It's baby. How does it go? Love me 2 times, baby. Love me twice today. Okay, this goes how does it go? It goes. I forgot how it goes. But yeah, about shit. Talking music, I could talk about music forever. Speaking of, I got Sass is here. Sass goes. Sass. Well, there we go. I'll do a little chord for Sass. Welcome to the live. We're doing folk songs and talking about people. The idiots. The unemployed. The unintelligent. Tylenol babies. Nah, that'll be for another episode. I'll write some songs and we'll have some fun with that. But yeah, since I was talking about like the music I grew up with, I grew up with a awesome band named My Chemical Romance. That the anthem of Sass. No, for Sass, I feel like you need like a power chord. Let me see, like. I'll give you a power chord. Let me see. But no, My Chemical Romance. That was probably like the band that I have stuck with since I was in. It was. I'm gonna age myself here, but it was the summer between 8th and 9th grade, right before I entered high school. I heard this one random song by this band, and I thought it was cool. Like it hit me, but it didn't hit me hard enough to where I wanna see the discovery of this band and like see what else they had. I was like, hey, it's a hot single. I like it. A couple of months went by. I came across the entire album. I listened to it religiously. Then I found like their album before they got signed. And then about 20 years ago, I think it's 20 years ago, they came out with Welcome to the Black Parade, which is probably their biggest album. And I can't pick a favorite because each album is so different. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find it. I'm gonna still talk to you though. It's just, I mean, I don't know if I'm wearing pants or shorts or anything like that. So let me just. Guitar, you will lay down on the floor. Let me see. So yeah, I listened to like all these albums nonstop. I got this one. Do I even have all of them? Like, hey, I have a Queen album. That's cool. I got Tom Petty. Who's this? Eminem. Holy crap, you're not going to believe this. You are not going to believe this. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I turned on my lights. I had to go look in my closet through my albums because I like records. I like vinyls. So we're going to do like a nice little history lesson here with my chem, if you will. So this was the album that I first got introduced to them. This is their second album, Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. And every album for me, personally, I cannot find a song to skip. Like every single one of their albums, they're all good. Like I can't. They're all very good songs. So yeah, this was, and then this was kind of what. This is actually cool. This is a nice little insert. I'm gonna put this back because I don't want anything to happen to it. Because of this, I started wearing a lot of black, and I would do it to where I would wear black and then put like a solid red tie. They even came out with like a bulletproof vest. I got that bulletproof vest. So after I heard that album, I was like, oh, they have another album. Let me go and get that one. So this was their first album. I love this one mainly because it's orange. I'll probably put this on in a little bit after I finish going live. Then about 20 years ago, they came out with Welcome to the Black Parade. And cool thing about this is I actually want to get this guy tattooed here. I was in band. Okay, I was in band. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I was a drummer. And although I played snare, I played quad. My favorite was the bass drum because it was, the biggest, the loudest, and that's kind of what I enjoyed. So seeing this, I was like, this is my personality right here. So I actually want to get, this is an idea for a tattoo. Maybe. Album is great. The entire album is one story. So you need to listen to all of it from beginning to end without, skipping songs or anything to get the full story. And it's actually, man, this is beautiful. Like I like when let me turn this off a little bit. I like when they actually put in like work to it. So it's all a story. This is the Black Parade. They changed their name for this album, but everyone still knows them as My Chemical Romance. Mother War, which is actually another cool character that they came up with. The concept of this album is following a character known as the Patient. They never give him a name. He's the Patient. And in the very first song, he dies. The very first song on the album is called The End. And the rest of the album is just him going through the afterlife. And it's pretty deep. I like it. There's a point where I wanted to like write a screenplay for like to turn into a musical because I just felt that the story was really good. And one of the theory of the afterlife for this uh, is, how do you word it? It's kind of the way I think of the afterlife and what happens to us when we die. There's, so many people say pearly gates, so many people say fiery pits of hell that smell like rotten egg, which is sulfur. I like the idea of this one, and this idea has been used in different TV shows and movies and stuff like that because I think it's a really cool way to think of the afterlife. Is when you die, you are greeted by the one thing that will bring you peace, the one thing that makes you happy, whether it's, if let's say you're a guy who loves fishing, like when you die, you end up in the greatest fishing spot with unlimited bait, and you get to do that for the rest of your afterlife. Or if you're a chef, you in the afterlife, you are given your own restaurant that is the way you want to run it, and that's the way you get to spend your afterlife. Like I like that idea. I like that concept. Well, in here, the patient was his favorite memory, his favorite thing that brought him peace was going to the parade with his father. And it's used in the lyrics. When I was a young boy, my father took me to the city to see a marching band. And so that's why when he's goes to the afterlife, he's greeted by the Black Parade, and that's kind of the idea behind that. That's the reprint. I was in high school. I didn't even have a record player, but they came out with their very first vinyl. And this was cool because it was to celebrate Day of the Dead because their very last concert where they performed as the Black Parade was in Mexico City on Day of the Dead. So they did a really cool one where, and I don't know where it is because I know it's probably worth so much right now, and it's probably somewhere in a locker or my grandmother's house, or it's probably somewhere. But it was a wooden coffin, but it was like one of those old, like you're too cheap to afford like a real coffin, so it's just a boxed coffin with a name burnt into it, which was the band's name. And you open it, and there's a Day of the Dead mask. Each of the 5 members created their own mask, and it's like a porcelain, very fragile, like, so I'm scared to even find it because I don't know if it's still going to be in one piece, but it's in there, and like it's so nice. Let me see if I can find it, a picture of it, because it was nice, and I got one of the ones I wanted because they were at random, so you didn't know which one you were going to get. Let me see. Yes, I type fast. Okay, 78 words per minute. Damn, they're selling for a lot of money. I need to find mine. I'm not gonna sell mine. Like hell no, I'm not gonna sell it, but they look nice. Uh, that's the best picture they could get me. Come on. Love me 2 times, baby. Love me twice today. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Okay, so this is pretty much it. It was like an old school coffin. I loved it. Day of the Dead mask made out of porcelain. Each one was painted by a member of the group, so they were very limited. You got a certificate of death, which was, I mean, pretty metal. There's only 10,000 of them made total. Um, so you get that. It's their last show, Mexico City, October 24th. And then you got a copy of the concert with music videos and stuff like that. So I have this somewhere. I don't know where, but I know I have it somewhere. I really want that. So then this was probably one of my prized possessions. This is like a huge piece. This was their very first vinyl print, and I've actually never listened to this. I've never taken it out because of how precious it is to me. I mean, I'm a sentimental guy. Look at all the stuff I have back here. Look, I even have a that's a My Chemical Romance Black Parade figure right there. I'll pull that out right now. So yeah, these are actually really amazing. Oh, it's a book. No way. No shit. Hold on, I didn't even know this because I don't. I'm opening this for y'all right now. Who's Locale? Oh my god, this is amazing. Hold on. Lyrics. It's lyrics with journal entries from the band while they were writing the songs and like what they were going through. This is cool. Like how they wrote the songs. Frank put down this really great picked out part in the breakdown after the solo. It has this ethereal feel. It takes you back to another place before the song kicks back in. It was cool, but he stumbled on the part by accident. See, I love stuff like that. Man, I'm actually gonna like they don't really do stuff like this anymore. This is actually pretty cool. I'm having too much fun with this stuff. Yeah, the making of when they did their suits. Very nice. Well, anyways, they broke up. I never got to see them in high school. I was destroyed because that was like my dream band to see. Then they announced a reunion tour. They announced that they were going to get back together. They were going to do one tour, and it was amazing. They put out a real cool video to where it was like so cinematic. It was like a movie, just kind of going through like all their albums and stuff like that. But they fused it and turned it into one story because um each of the albums is a story. Like this one is a love story between two people. Then you have this one's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde type of relationship that involves vampires and death and them dying. And then you got like the Black Parade. There's another album after this called Danger Days, which is kind of a uh, post-apocalyptic. This post-apocalyptic where a dictator becomes president and he decides to be a ruler. And this is way before what's going on right now. This is like I think 2012. America becomes a dictatorship, and then there's this group of people. They call themselves the Killjoys, and that's like their new name. Like they have a different name with every album, and that was pretty cool. It's very comic book and very Fallout style. I liked it. I don't have that one. I need to get that one. Um, Maybe I'll put out my Cash App and see who wants to send me money. Look at that. Boom. I'll put out my Cash App if anyone wants to buy me the album, but no one's obligated to. No one's obligated. Oh well. So they did this reunion tour. It was amazing. Not ashamed to admit it, I cried when I found out because I was like, okay, I have adult money now. I have adult money. I'm able to do things like this. I don't have to worry about begging my dad for like money for a concert ticket. And everything was going to be good. Well, the bad thing about this is they announced this tour in February of 2020, and the tour is supposed to start March in 2020. So we all kind of know what happened in 2020. So the concert never took place. No, the album. Good evening. So the concert never took place. The tour never happened, and I thought that was going to be my only shot in hell to ever see them in concert, and it was taken away from me. Then this year they announced a 2025 tour, and I was like, "Oh, badass! I'm gonna definitely have to make that one." Tickets were expensive. Tickets were expensive, and I was at a point where I couldn't really afford to spend $500 on a ticket. Because if I'm going to see them, I'm going to get good seats. I'm not going to be in no nosebleeds. Whoops, what did I do here? Ooh, wrong one. Wrong one. Man, did I go blurry all of a sudden? Why am I blurry? We need to white test it. So when you put up something white towards the camera, it focuses on the white. You remove it, and it should focus on you again. But it's not wanting to. Do I need to turn off the lights? Okay. Let's see here. Do I need to switch cameras? Well, I do not. This angle actually looks pretty metal. I kind of like it. Yes, these overpriced tickets. Like, damn. I'm kind of fucking with this vibe. I like this angle. Like, it reminds me of like those old MySpace angles I used to do. Let me see. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is it. Like, this is pretty cool. But I'll keep on talking while this plays because it looks amazing. I'm gonna try not to get distracted by it. So I wasn't able to make the concert this year. My brother went. He said it was amazing. I was kind of pissed because I was like, how do you even know about, like, what do you know about them? Like, I grew up with them. I was kind of gatekeeping it a little bit, like all their albums, which is pretty cool. It's just amazing. So they came to Arlington. I wasn't able to go. I was upset. Then they announced last week that they were going to do a 2026 tour. And they didn't say where they were going to go. They didn't say what dates or anything. They just said, oh, to see Zeppelin. Nice. I know. I remember that play. I think it's a Harley Davidson now in Mission, but I think Motley Crue played there, and like the tickets were extremely cheap there too. Uh, they didn't announce where the shows are going to be for 2026, but they said there will be clues, and they went kind of cryptic to where billboards started showing up in major cities, and it wasn't announcing a tour, it wasn't announcing an album. All it was a photo of the band. And like, as a fan, if you know, because they were wearing their Black Parade suits. They have in Mission, Texas. They were wearing their Black Parade suits. Look, this is the first. He's going through all the albums that they've done. This is the first album where it's like a Bonnie and Clyde with vampires kind of thing. And one of these billboards popped up in San Antonio, and I was like, "Oh my god! If they make it to San Antonio, I have to go." So it was just like a drop. They just dropped the information, and I was like, "Okay, cool. If I'm able to make it, I'm able to make it." Then they said, "Oh, by the way, tickets are gonna go on sale in 3 days." That wasn't enough time for me to prepare, mentally or financially, to make this concert. But I was like, "You know what? San Antonio, west of Denton, Texas." Ooh, Bowling for Soup is from Denton, I think. One of my other favorite bands. Um, I think it's Denton. Oh, hold on. I gotta I don't care if I'm gonna get copyright struck on this. This is probably an amazing part for me. Like, I don't care about making money on these videos. That's second album I overall. So this one, a couple. At one point, I wanted that to be my prom. And that's Helena. Oh, I love her dance though. Like a gothic ballerina. Who doesn't love that? I'm just gonna be mesmerized for a little bit, guys. Give me a second. Bear with me. Okay. So tickets went on sale. I got tickets. I got the damn tickets, and what means a lot to me is the fact that not only did I want to go, my daughter wanted to go, and I was like, "Oh, we got to make this show." So, happy to say that September 2026, so a full year from now, I'm actually gonna get to see the band that I've been dreaming of seeing for was it 25, 20 years, 25 years? Damn, it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna dress up. I need to get my costume. I need to work on makeup because if I'm gonna go see them, I need to do it right. See, this is the patient's room where he goes into the Black Parade. But I need to do it right. I'm gonna fully get up in the garb. I can't not do it. Well, and then here's that post-apocalyptic one. This was so amazing. Even like now, like years from now, like I'm still like watching this and I'm just like, man, this was great. I think I just broke my phone. I really think I just broke my phone right now because it fell, but I heard 3 different pieces hit the floor and roll around. Where is... I don't even have a light. Are you good? Stay with me. Okay, we're good. We're good. Y'all don't have to buy me a phone. We're good. We're good. Ooh, The Cure. Would have loved to see The Cure. I've seen Aerosmith. I've seen Chip Trick. We were probably at the same show because I went to the show where it was Aerosmith with Cheap Trick. That was my very first concert. Bon Jovi would be awesome. Have I seen Guns N' Roses? No, I don't think I have. Def Leppard? Yes, Def Leppard. Kid Rock. Yeah, I love music, almost every genre also. That's why I play, guitar, I do drums, I do piano. I like mixing up different things because I mean there's some we'll have a music talk. We need to have a music talk to where I can figure out how we could share some music videos. I saw Kiss too. Kiss was there. I think it was their farewell, one of them at least, that was there at the State Farm Arena. So yeah, I'm very excited. There's a lot of concerts that I do want to go see, and I went to a lot of these concerts because my dad needed a concert buddy and he wanted me to experience them. And that's cool. I like them. I like those concerts. I liked getting to experience that. But now, like, I kind of want to do that for my daughter to where I go and show her bands that meant a lot to me. Maybe they help um, her with her music taste because I mean I was influenced a lot by 80s and 90s rock and stuff like that. So maybe I can influence her. I mean, she already likes My Chemical Romance, so that's gonna help. But here in Austin, there's so many good shows. Like Green Day has been here, All American Rejects, The Used, Taylor Acorn, Paramore, Blink 182. Like those are my bands. Those are like what I grew up with. And I think it's the perfect opportunity because if there's a show in San Antonio, boom, 2 hours from here. If there's a show in Houston, boom, another 2.5 hours, a different direction. And then Austin is I feel like Austin's like the music hub of Texas. I saw Exposed. Nice. I saw Flyleaf. I think that was my first concert that I went to by myself. Um, I saw Flyleaf, had a huge crush on the lead singer. I thought she was adorable before I found out she was crazy, but hey, most of them are. That was the first show I went to by myself, which was pretty cool. What else? Poison. I think I've shared this story before how I went to the Hard Rock Cafe in Houston, where, no, yeah, I think it was in Houston. We went just to eat and look at memorabilia. Like that's, as you could tell, I like looking at stuff and putting stuff on walls. So we went as we were leaving. There was like a line lining up, and it was a secret show that Poison and Cinderella were doing, and it was in a small room that probably fit like 100 people only. Like it was very small, standing room only, to where the stage was like on the same level as the floor. Like it was like a high school or like a garage band doing like a performance in like a gymnasium. Like it was very like that, very chill, like very cool. And we were there, so we're like, oh, well, let's just get in line. So I got to see them there, and I at that point I was going through a phase where I really liked Poison, so it was kind of like I don't know if it was fate or Skid Row. Oh, Skid Row would have been awesome. Uh, Dio would have been another band that I would want to another one that I would see another concert. But yeah, like it just lined up because there was a movie I would watch, and they had a song by Poison in that movie, and that was like one of my favorite scenes. So then that made me go and listen to other songs, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've listened to these songs before, but I didn't know they were all the same band. So that summer, I was kind of like rediscovering the glam rock genre, and then to be given like a concert by them to where Brett Michaels was pretty much like throwing distance. Like I was able to like to see them there, so that was cool. On Skinny Bop, yeah. Talk Dirty to Me is probably one of my favorite songs in general. Um, I play that song a lot. um, but yeah, music's just awesome. Like I love music. I love playing music. I love listening to music. I love writing music. I like it's just a good way to express. But yeah, I guess I want to wrap it up here. I just want to have kind of a nothing talk. Not that it didn't mean anything because this talk meant everything to me, but a talk that meant everything about nothing. The Seinfeld of conversations. And I'm really liking this angle. Please let me know if this angle's cool or not, because I care about stuff like that. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm reviewing a movie right now, but I kind of want to take the shortcut, the lazy ass way, and just do a live about it instead of putting actual work into it. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll watch clips from the video, clips from the movie, watch some images, and I can talk about it because I think it's a very crazy and sick and twisted movie, and that's the kind of stuff I like. It's a very body horror type of movie, which is always awesome. Not that I'm a psychopath or anything, but I think when it comes to, like, horror, body horror is probably, like, one of the most cringiest and scary things because it's things that could happen to you because, it's your body, you know? The idea of, uh, having your fingernails pulled out or having your limbs ripped off and stuff like that, like, I could imagine that because, hey, I've stubbed my toe before, I can imagine how painful it would be to, like, lose a foot. So maybe we'll do that, at another time, but it's already getting kinda late. I wanted to do 10 minutes, here I am an hour still rambling. That's my curse, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it up already right now. See, it's like I'm psychic, I knew I was gonna get called.